right, so in this video I want to talk about how you can tell if a land company is legitimate. Since this isn't like a traditional approach how you would go with the realtor and buy a piece of land, a lot of times there's customers, our customers, and people who are even in the industry who run land companies, and people are always skeptical of like, oh, how do I know if this land company is legitimate? So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can check for yourself. So I think the first thing is when you're seeing if a land company is legitimate, what you have to know as a potential customer is you can see the owner of any piece of land on the county website. So if you look up the county GIS website, so for example, some land that we're selling maybe in Mojave County, Arizona, if you look up Mojave County GIS website or Mojave County property records search, you can put in the parcel number or the APN, which is the unique identifier number for every parcel of land. If you put that number into the county search website, the property record search, you can see who the owner is. And often you will see the name of the company that is listing, that's selling the piece of land. So that's one easy way for you to find out. So you always want to make sure that it's either the company who's selling it is that, or you can ask the company who's selling the piece of land, like, hey, why is it showing as someone else? With that said, make sure that you understand that there's two types, right? With land companies, the ones that have, the two common buckets that I've seen, or the types that I've seen, is one is the land resellers. So once upon a brick, our company, we're a reseller. So we purchase land from owners who are looking to sell, and then we resell it. So we're the actual owner. There's a second type. There's land realtors. So what they do is people reach out to them. So let's say that Joe owns a piece of land, and Joe wants to sell his piece of land now to go buy his new Porsche. So what Joe would do is Joe's not going to go and try to sell his piece of land by himself because he doesn't have experience. He's into plumbing and he just owns this piece of land. So what Joe would do is Joe would reach out to a realtor, and when you search who the owner of that piece of land is on the property record search, it's going to say Joe. And even though ABC Land Company or whatever is selling the piece of land, Joe is still the owner. So you want to understand if the company that you're working with is a land reseller or they're representing the actual owner. So that is a few ways that you can check if the land company that you're buying from is legitimate. But for the most part, I've seen that there's not really too many scams or whatever. I just think there's a lack of education with purchasing land and how you can buy land directly with the company, and you don't need to go through the banks. You don't need to have great credit. So it's just there's just an information and education gap. But again, just the common things. Call the company, look at their website. And look for the common signs, right? And call them and say, hey, I was a little worried if whatever. But I've had no issues being in this business for 2 years, and we've dealt with hundreds and hundreds of properties. But with that said, those are a couple things that you can do to make sure that the piece of land or the company that you're buying from is legitimate.